Yo, brothers, what's going on? It's Brother Stefanius here, Command Center Wargaming. Fantastic. So yeah, it's been about a week or so since my last video. I've been working on this. So I've got a massive event coming up, 30k event, Active Heresy, here in Sydney. It's basically, I believe it started in ACT, which was Canberra, and I'm going to go down there and, with my noob 30k experience, and see if I can, get some games going on with the guys there. Hopefully they'll be pretty tolerant. I'm more of a 40k player, but I'm getting more into the heresy and stuff like that now, which is awesome. But basically, yeah, so I just thought I'd come on and make a video and show you what I've been up to. And this is my Decapitation Squadron Hydra Elite Alpha Legion 30k Heavy Assault Crazy F you up tank brigade. Now there's actually more to this, but I've got to do a bit more work. This isn't the whole army, so I will be doing a video on the whole army. Now I know Locke has been asking me for ages to do a video on the whole army and stuff like that, and yeah, anyone who's been following me for about a year and a half now would know I've been working on this Alpha Legion army for a while, and there is a fair bit more going on with it and stuff. But in order to, when I do the whole army showcase, I'll set up my realm of battle, full trees, get the smoke machine, do it really well, So more Sakarans and stuff to come, but as you can see, this one has to be stripped because I stuffed the blue up on it and stuff. I was watching a 30k channel, a couple of weeks ago. I think it's the comment was made that it's easy to paint Alpha Legion. I'm sorry, but maybe it's just my experience, but I don't know if I can 100% agree with that. I suppose anything you paint can be easy depending on how you do it, but I go to some pretty extreme lengths to paint my minis, measuring stuff and all sorts of different paints and all that to get my blue metallic and shiny and blue. So it's good because I feel as though I'm advancing it and stuff, and which is awesome. And because I've always felt that Alpha Legion should be metallic. It's just basically what it is. You see sometimes, people post photos and stuff, and they can be this jadey green. If you notice that Falchion, Falchion? No, that's the Falchion, that's the Fellblade, and oh bloody hell, it's lost me now. Sorry. But anyway, Falchion Heavy Tank Destroyer, a Fellblade, and damn it, I can't remember the name of that tank. That's insane. It's been a long day. It's named after a sword of some kind. But anyway, so it's a Sakaran battle tank. Sorry guys, complete absolute mental block there. Fellblade? No, Fellblade, yeah. Well, moving on. So basically, yeah, and some people will go and they'll be like, okay, Alpha Legion are green and stuff like that, and they kind of can be, but in my mind, there's a very specific green that they are. I saw just recently someone's going around one of these professional mini painter, people, and they're going off and they're painting up their Alpha Legion and stuff, and the first one that they did looks like Sons of Horus. Sons of Horus are blue-green. Alpha Legion, in my opinion, when they go green, they're more of this kind of aqua sea green kind of teal. And I think that's where a lot of people get confused, and it's very, very easy, especially when you're using Tamiya clears and stuff, to basically go through and just go too far with it. But look, for me, this is all tabletop standard anyway, as far as I'm concerned. Maybe you think it's garbage. I don't know. I feel as though it's tabletop standard. And the reason is because, I'm painting to play. I'd love to, sit there and spend a month painting one tank, but I'm not really competition painting here. I'm just really sort of doing it because I got to get my army up there so I can play in the games, and that's just it. I will paint something up to competition level one day, but yeah, so for now, I just really want to get my forces up on the battlefield to play the game. So yeah, and you know, one of the things is as well, like, you know, with the weathering and that, I mean, I went back, I did like a bit of a weathering pass. So if what I'll do is I'll pick these tanks up and show you all this individually. Hopefully you can see this on the camera, but if I hold it like right up there, hopefully you can see here that there's a lot of, you know, there's some weathering here, around here, you know, a bit of chipping up on the top and things like that. You know, but this is, you know, but that's it. This is done very, very fast, you know, because it's basically like, there's my tracks. I'm pretty happy with those tracks. I feel as though they're good. Just be careful I don't destroy my model here. And you can see here probably there on the tank, hopefully that gets into focus, a bit more weathering and stuff. So it's not perfect by any stretch. It's pretty basic actually. But, you know, I wanted to get some weathering on there because, you know, as cool as what it was, I was kind of like, well, it just needs a little bit of weathering, you know. So anyway, so that's kind of like that. This is more of a tealy sort of scheme. The light's not hitting that too well. I might just change camera angle. Give me 1 second. Hopefully that's a little bit better. I'll dismount the camera a little bit later and walk around them so you can get a bit of a feel of them. You know, it's Alpha Legion, who knows the truth, but you know, the lighting really depends, you know, on the color and stuff like that. You know, with the metallics, so, you know. But anyway, so yeah, you should be able to get a pretty decent view of them there. And this is obviously my work in progress Exodus, and his work in progress right now. I'm gonna completely redo this as well. That blue, so that's a failed blue, but you know, it's always tough because, like I said, it's not just about, you know, getting that blue metallic. It's about, you know, sort of having that shininess as well, because I feel as though Alpha Legion should be shiny. Anyway, so here we go. So this is one of the Sakarans. There's a few of them. Hopefully that comes out there on the camera, and you can see here it's got, you know, all my armies that have sort of that shine, and hopefully you can see some of the weathering there, which is pretty good. And that's the thing. I mean, guys, like, I could easily just get a pot of contrast, you know what I mean, and just like dip these things in contrast, but I'm really, really not a fan of contrast. And the main reason I'm not a fan of it is actually just because it just gives you this shitty finish. It's a very like plasticky finish and stuff. You know, I know that, like, you know, people say, well, you know, you could go through, Steve, and you just varnish over it and stuff. And yeah, you know, you could do that. You can varnish over it. But I just find with the contrast, it just, man, even if you varnish it, it just doesn't give you that sheen, you know? And that's what I'm after, because to me, that's Alpha Legion. And look, for respect, you know, like, I know there's a lot of people who don't like the Alpha Legion metallic scheme. I love it. I love it to death. I think it's brilliant. And I think that, like, you know, if you're not, you know, if it's not going to be metallic, it really, you know, you're kind of letting the Alpha Legion down a little bit, because it's one of the things that separates their scheme from, like, Ultramarines and stuff like that, you know. And you can see on the models how, you know, I've got that kind of blue breaking up. So it's not just metallic blue. There's actually a greeny light blue, and then falling off into the dark blue, and then it reflects like another light blue color. And that's all part of it. That's, you know, with my little mix that I got going on, which I showed you before. I probably should have put these on a turntable, but whatever. You know, so, you know, but it is what it is, and everyone's different. But to me, you know, it's like Alpha Legion. There are like three colors, okay, or 4 color schemes for Alpha Legion, or maybe 5. So the first one is like pre-heresy sort of purple, right? So Great Crusade purple. Oh, that's broken probably now. I'm gonna have to fix that. Pre-heresy purple. Let me just have a look at the damage there. That's not too bad. Just a little bit of a part came off, but it's easily super glued. My main concern is these autocannons, because, yeah, if they break, they're really tough to get looking good again. Yeah, easy fixed, but not really looking good. But, you know, that's what happens. This is why, you know, I don't spend 1 month on a tank, because, you know, you play with them, and that's my intention with these things, and stuff breaks, you know. So, yeah. But anyway, so, yeah, Yip Shek, he knows a secret about all these models. I can't tell you what it is, but Yip Shek knows my secret. So I just got to be a little bit careful with them. So here we go. This is I still can't remember the bloody name of it. So a bit of a douche. Sorry about that, everybody. That's horrible. Yeah. So basically here it is, and I think you've seen this one on the channel before. You can see some of the weathering there. You know, up there on the turret and stuff, which is really cool. Hopefully the camera's picking all this up. Yeah, once again, like as I said, this isn't like the best weathering. You know, I'm sure you can see that and know that yourself. But the issue is I usually use a combination of stippling techniques, the hairspray technique, and then hand painting the chipping and the weathering. But the problem is, like one of the problems is with my paint scheme, with my paint mixture, is that it's it needs to be applied very, very smoothly, extremely smoothly. And if it isn't, like, basically, you know, it's once you stuff it up, you can't go back. It's like you literally have to like recoat the whole tank again. So, you know, for me, it's like, yes, I can go through and, you know, use the hairspray technique for my chipping, but the problem is one mistake, I literally have to, you know, or at least a component, redo like the whole top canopy again, you know. And this is a thing because it has to be put on very, very smooth, because it's, you know, I'm mixing glazes and mixing like candy paints and lacquers and stuff like that. So, you know, and that's all to keep that shine, right, that you see here. You know, even the way I varnish, my varnish is like a special 4-to-1 mix of like all these different things. Different areas get varnished, different sections. Yeah. Now, this is the one I just recently finished, which is my fell blade. So, and you will notice this is sort of more blue, right, than say like the other one, because, you know, to me, so it starts off, yeah, so purple is like, you know, Great Crusade era, just like the fluff. And then you get into the sort of like pre-heresy, which I believe is blue, like this, which is like blue with a hint of green. Then you go into the heresy colors, which is sort of like that aquamarine, teal, blue hybrid. So it's a Forge World mix essentially. And then you've got, and that's basically the 30k colors. And then you've got the 40k, which is either like a dark green or the 30k. Sorry, dark blue, like a sapphire blue, 40k theme carried over from 30k, and that, yeah. So this is, I don't want to break anything else today, guys. I'm very sorry. So sorry about wobbling the camera, but yeah. So this is why this one's a little bit more blue than the others. And because the reason is with my models, they basically have my army has a chronology, because I play Alpha Legion in 40k as well. You can check out my channel. I've got some, you know, pretty decent 40k Marines there. Got some really Chaos Marines. Got some really good feedback at one point from them. But if you do compare the two, you'll notice that this one here is actually, it just tints a little bit more green. So just trying to get that going here without breaking something else. Give me 1 second, because I've got all the lights and stuff. So you can see when you put them side by side, that's actually sort of more sort of green. The Jade, the Forge World recipe. You know, so yeah, so this is like more blue. And if you actually have a look, when you put the Sakarans next to the Fellblade, so when you put the Sakarans next to it, you'll notice that these blues are actually very similar. And the reason is because these basically come in as part of a detachment. So they basically come in like they operate together on the tabletop. So I'll just pick that up so you can see that. So yeah, it's quite a nice, decent shot there. And you'll notice that they're the same hue. And that's the other thing that's really challenging about the Alpha Legion scheme if you do it properly. Basically, like, you know, it's really hard. I won't say it's really hard because it's not that hard once you know what's going on. But it takes a lot of effort to be able to get it consistent across your whole army. I'm not going to say it's hard because it's not hard. It just takes research and it takes effort. You know, and I can understand that. And like, you know, like it's like, you know, white scars are also hard to paint, you know. But I don't know, like you know, I'm not sure if you go through mixing like, you know, a 40-step process painting white scars. Like I could be wrong. Like just to get your base coat. So, because I know the Forge World Alpha Legion steps are, you know, it's like a 20 point mix of stuff. My scheme is basically like a 40 step process when you include my, you know, mixes of the, you know, of all the elements and stuff. So anyway, and this is my Falchion Heavy Tank Destroyer. Right. So it's really cool. You know, once again, you got some of the weathering and that. This one's a little bit more weathered up. This one's a bit darker blue, a little bit purpley, you know, as well, because, you know, once again, this is actually older tank. This tank actually existed in the early heresies as well. So, you know, because a lot of people, even though, like, chronologically, this tank was released sort of after in the Horus Heresy run, basically, like, in terms of, to my knowledge, in terms of the actual fluff and stuff, it was actually one of the first tanks that they built. So I think the Fellblade and that and this one were part of each other. And I've gone for the purple there because I just think that the purple, like, works really well. The green is good, but I think that, like, it just sort of, I don't know, it's too common. And I like the purple because I feel as though it looks a bit, you know, a bit more unique stuff. But anyway, look, this is just a bit of a quick snapshot, everybody. I'll do a quick pass with my camera around the tanks. These are all obviously magnetized and stuff as well. And then what I'll do is I'll probably wrap up the video, but just check in, guys. I'm still here. Just really been hammering the army painting. So as Locke, you know, said, Steve, paint your stuff, mate. And so that's what I'm doing, guys. So, you know, I will try to get more videos out, but I really want my force ready for Active Heresy. And it should be good. So yeah, I'll take this off the camera now, stop bumping it like a douche, and give you a bit of a sort of like an overview of it. Okay, cool. All right, guys. Yeah, so just getting another angle on these guys here for you, just so you can see them from another angle. All right. Like I said, the lighting isn't too good here, everybody, but you know, I will do a proper video, proper showcase for these guys, and it'll be sweet. But this should be all right for now, just to show you how it all looks. So, you know, bit of a pass there, which is cool, and you can really see how, like, these two, these here are like a squadron within a squadron, as opposed to the back ones. I actually really like this. This is something that happened by accident. So I actually stuffed up on a wash there on the side. And so I was like, oh, holy crap, like, I don't want to redo it, like, you know, that section. So I said, what am I going to do? I said, I'll try cover it up. And I said, well, how am I going to do that? And I said, like, well, I'll just go through, you know, stick some hydras on there. And, you know, and it kind of worked well. It was, you know, I wish I sort of did it on this one now, because the problem is this one here is making that one look plain. But anyway, look, it is what it is, you know, and all good. And yeah, okay, fantastic, everybody. Awesome. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. And yeah, like, if you have any pictures of your alphas or whatever down below, you know, drop a link in the comments. Or you can check out our Facebook group and that. Fantastic. All right.